I saw a beautiful bird soaring in the sky the other day. I was thinking, who wants to be in a cage? Perhaps a few birds prefer the cage because they are secure and get their food. Others value their freedom. This made me think about a question that we have been asked: who should not join a startup? This is not about courage, it is about damage. Let me start with something that will make you feel uncomfortable. Not everyone should join a startup. Not because they are weak, not because they lack ambition, not because they love comfort, but because some environments harm some nervous systems. And no one tells you that. Everybody says, take risks, fly high. Abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. This is the time has come, you must do it now. Growth happens outside the comfort zone. I'm sure you've heard people say this in your ecosystem as well. By the way, this advice has quietly damaged a lot of people and their careers. See, the real question that people are asking is not should I join a startup? They are really asking about work. They are asking, will I break? Will I lose confidence? Will I feel stupid? Will I be able to re enter if I leave a startup or it shuts down? Will I fall back financially? Will I recover if this whole thing fails? This is not about ambition, this is about self preservation. You have to learn to preserve your own self because this is a career which spans many decades. The internet also sells this idea everyone should experience startup life once. The answer is don't go by this. Some people grow in chaos, some people collapse. Both are normal. Remember that startups are not just jobs, they are environments. And environments shape people. Some environments will sharpen you, some environments will scar you. You will never want to be there again. Not because you are weak, because your nervous system has got some limits. In this video, I don't want to talk about who is brave and who is lazy, who is ambitious and who is boring. It's all about fit. And fit is not a moral trait. That is very, very important. Some people have very low ambiguity tolerance, and startups are ambiguous by default. There are no clear roles, there are no clear goals. You may not have clear roadmaps, no clear timelines. Now, some people find this exciting. They want to chart their own territory or their own roadmap. Some people feel constantly unsafe. If you need clarity to function, if you freeze without structure, and if you get anxious when rules change, a startup will slowly drain you, not teach you. Then we have people with high anxiety baselines. Now, this is critical. Startups are not stressful sometimes, they are stressful always. So, when you hear people say you can take work from home, that is not stress free. That can actually be very, very stressful working from home. If you have a pattern where you overthink problems, you have sleep issues, you think about the catastrophic situation where the startup might close, then remember that startups don't toughen you up. They amplify some of your feelings and emotions. And it indirectly impacts your nervous system. See, startups have got no clear hierarchies, no formal escalation processes. There could be no way of dealing with conflict either. Now, if you hate confrontation, you will end up overworking, trying to please everyone around you because you don't want to confront them. You will burn out and start feeling invisible. Not because you are bad, because the environment rewards loudness. And then we have perfectionists. This one surprises people. Startups don't reward perfection, they reward speed. If you obsess over quality, struggle to ship half done work sometimes, tie identity to output, you will suffer because you are chasing perfection. These folks are chasing speed. Then there are people who need external validation. Now, startups are chaotic. You won't get clear praise, clear promotions, clear feedback, no clear metrics on what you will be looked at the end of the year for your bonus. If you need validation to feel safe, you will feel invisible in a startup because validation doesn't come easily in a startup. And then there is this financial mismatch. Some people should not join startups financially, not because they are scared, because they are exposed. You should be very careful if you don't have any emergency fund. You have dependents. You have heavy EMIs for home loan and car loan. You are a single income household. You have no fallback option. You have health costs because startups are volatile. There can be startup delays, salary delays. There can be layoffs. Company might shut down. The equity you were promised may never actually be given to you or may never cash out. Stress multiplies when money is fragile. Financial stress destroys learning. People think startups teach resilience. No, they teach panic when you are broke, when you don't have money in the bank. Learning requires psychological safety. But if you are broke, how will you have psychological safety? There is a huge mismatch in learning styles. Some people learn best with mentorship, structured feedback, clear career progression, and time to reflect on where they are going in life. Startups rarely provide this. They provide figure it out yourself. I don't have the time. Do it quickly. You may not even find a mentor who has the time to sit and teach you. You might have to learn by actually making public failures and then saying, oh, I should not have done this. It is great for some people, it is crushing for others. Remember that risk tolerance is a trait, it is not a virtue. Some people metabolize uncertainty, some people ruminate. If you replay mistakes in your head, fear future scenarios where the company might shut down, overthink decisions, startups will not build courage, they will build anxiety inside you. And then the age and life stage matters quite a bit. This is where generic advice about joining startup fails completely. At what age you are, what stage of your life you are, you have to look at that. At 21, 23, chaos can be okay, you will recover fast. You don't have many dependents, perhaps, and you are lucky. Between 26 and 28, chaos becomes expensive. You start comparing, you start feeling that you are left behind. Between 32 and 35, chaos becomes dangerous. You lose runway for your career. And then at 40 plus, you have to be very, very careful. Chaos can become irresponsible. Not morally, structurally. Because you have a lot of other responsibilities, not just managing a startup and getting a salary or building something in your life. We have a huge identity cost that nobody talks about, and this is the deepest part. Some people don't just fail in startups, they leave believing I am not capable, I am broken, I cannot handle the pressure, I am not good enough. That is not growth, that is injury. We recently had a 24-year-old person at our office. He had joined a startup, cried in the bathroom every week. Thought he was very weak. He was not. He was just mismatched. Startup was not his cup of tea. Then we had a 29-year-old. This person had done 3 startups, all chaotic, lost confidence. Said to me, I don't trust myself anymore. That is not resilience, that is erosion. Why is this a taboo? Because the world glorifies toughness, but toughness is not the same as fit. At Career Earth, the truth is startups don't just test skills, they test your nervous system. There are rules that you ought to follow in determining if startup is right for you. If you can understand these rules and apply them to yourself, then you might be in a better place to make the judgment. And these rules are at the end of this video, like I always leave them for you. See, the real question is not am I brave enough, am I tough enough? But will this environment strengthen me or scar me? For many people, startups can be incredible, but for the right people. For the wrong people, they don't build character, they break your character. And they do it quietly, slowly. And then people blame themselves. Nobody blames the startup, you start blaming yourself. That is why at Career Earth we don't say everyone should try doing a startup, you will learn a lot. We say choose environments that won't harm you. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. If this makes you uncomfortable, then I'm very happy. That means you are finally listening to your nervous system. You may not comment, but you are asking yourself in the heart of heart, is startup right for me? Is this going to cause damage to me? Will my career narrative end here? Will I be able to see myself in a positive light after the startup experience? And that is important. Each to his own. As I often say, क्लैरिटी होगा तो ग्रोथ होगा तो करियर होगा. ये हमारा आपसे वादा है. I look forward to seeing you at Career Earth.